So, ladies and gentlemen, BattleBit just reached one of the saddest milestones that it could have possibly hit. A milestone that we were all kind of hoping wouldn't come, but unfortunately it has, so we need to talk about it. It's officially now been 1 year today since the game received its last update of any kind, and I do truly mean any kind whatsoever. I mean, if you want to talk about absolutely massive game-changing style update, then you could probably roll the clock back even further. But no, I wanted to give the game all of the leeway I possibly could have before I made this video. But unfortunately, here we are. I don't really have a script in front of me for this one. I've got some dot points and some major talking points I kind of want to, chinwag with you guys about today because, let's be honest, this isn't exactly the happiest milestone or the happiest thing for us to discuss. I've always been a massive supporter of this game. I truly believed in its vision and what it was setting out to do, and I was truly excited for the reception and for the release and for all of the hard work the developers had done to get to the point where they did with early access, and I was ready to celebrate the successes with them. And look, truly, deep down, I still kind of want to believe that there is a future where BattleBit is flourishing and prospering, and deep down, I still want to be there, a part of that journey, if that were to, ever occur. But if you had told me that 1 year ago, that the game's progress would just seemingly grind to a halt overnight, in a way, that this was the last update this game would receive for a whole calendar year, I would have truly, and I mean truly, laughed in your face. But I guess I am kind of still laughing now because I can only really laugh at how things have landed. As much as I said that, deep down I want the game to succeed and deep down I want to be part of that journey, I'm kind of beyond really hoping for a return of any kind of glory day to this game now, because every time I set myself up for hope or I set myself up, for excitement that the game is finally going to bring itself back and we're finally going to get this update, I'm just disappointing myself over and over again, and I can't really continue to do that. And don't get me wrong, if we get those glory days again, and if this grand-esque update launches and sees BattleBit surge back to the Steam popularity top 10 charts, then that's a bonus I'll happily take. And again, I'll be damn well celebrating with each and every one of you as we watch the game that we really want to succeed finally start succeeding again. But at the same time, the realistic side of me now that we have officially hit the 1 year anniversary of this game getting an update, is that the damage has unfortunately been done in a way that I don't think can actually be completely repaired. I don't want to be a total doomer and gloomer here, but for one, the developers have lost a ton of the goodwill that they built up with the community at the launch of the game. I know they sort of went radio silent on the basis of just working on the update and getting the content done, which is all well and good if you're entering a final crunch stage, but it's been literal months since we've heard anything from Oki in particular. We've not had a dev stream for, I think, now 5 months. I could be wrong about that. Someone correct me in the comment section down below if I am. But we've only heard things from Velasquez and Larry, of which some of these, things that they're talking about are slated to be in the next update, beyond the current update. We're talking about the update after the update now, but it has now been a year since we got an update in the first place, so it feels like we're putting the cart before the horse there. So yeah, there has most certainly been a lot of that goodwill that was built up with the community just completely evaporated. But on top of that, a lot of the regional regions that play this game, the OCE region in particular, I can speak from experience, are in a lot of trouble. These are regions now that are completely dead. Like, I'm talking, there are servers there, but nobody plays on them because there aren't enough players in those regions now to seed those servers to even get them going in the first place. And unfortunately, the only way you fix that is by having a large influx of players return to those regions at the same time to not be discouraged by the lack of players readily available in their region in the first place. Like, if a new player comes to BattleBit now from the OCE region, they will have bought the game, they'll log in for the first time, and they will see that there is not a single Australian server operating. The first thing they're going to do is refund the game immediately. And I fear that despite there being a big update on the way, given what the update is doing and mainly overhauling a lot of the game's core mechanics as it currently stands now, I don't know if that's got enough of a pull to bring people back in the masses that it needs to revive the community for the game, especially in those regions that are doing it particularly tough right now. And on top of that, guys, it's fair to say too that casual play in this game right now is nothing short of a pipe dream. A bit of a, memory of the past, if you will. This is something that we talked about in a bit more detail at the start of the year, and I'll leave the link to that video in a card on your screen now, but the only people who are really sticking with the game at the moment are the good players, those who have been playing the game non-stop and have been building their skills up to a point where they're a pretty seriously competitive player. Any new player or any casual player that makes a return only to find their servers dominated by this core community that have been, raising that skill gap and raising that skill floor as they continue to get better, is also going to be discouraged at a moment's notice. Like, they're just going to be turned away from the game straight away. So I understand that the update and the time it has taken has been really on the proviso of just doing a good job. I get that. But I do fear that the approach that has been taken here has potentially damaged this game and damaged the community and damaged the reception towards it in such a way that it might be irreparable. Now, with all of that being said, I actually don't want to end this video on a negative note, and I don't want to take away from the memories that we share with this game and all of the good times that we did have, because God, were there some good times with this game, guys. This game, at the time of its launch, was the success story that we were all looking for in the community. It was the Battlefield game that we were longing for. It was approachable. It was easy to run on your hardware. It had the social interaction features that allowed you to build communities and build rivalries with people on the enemy team as you played. But most importantly, it had the mechanics and the gameplay at its launch to just be a damn fun game. There has never been a game where me and my mates have stayed up weekly until 6:30 in the morning to play on the playtests just because we enjoyed the game that much. Me and my mates, when we first started playing BattleBit in that playtesting period where Australia had to play in the wee hours of the Sunday morning, we would do it because we loved the game that much and we enjoyed it. Hours went flying past to the point where we were watching the sun come up most mornings. For a game to have that kind of impact on you, that's a special game to me. And as a content creator as well, beyond that, I've had some incredible opportunities thanks to this game as well. I was able to talk to the developers directly, regular conversations with groups of content creators that I've had the pleasure of meeting in that process that I wouldn't have met otherwise. And these were dedicated feedback sessions from a wide range of perspectives, opinions, player backgrounds that meant that it led to a really good conversation that helped to shape the game over time as well. I got to play in Twitch Rivals as a team captain for both events. Another experience where I got to play against some of the best of the shooter world. Shroud, Summit 1G, both of which I killed in our matches. Again, an incredible humble brag moment for me as a creator that I just wouldn't have experienced otherwise without this game. I'm disappointed to where BattleBit has landed, but I can also only be thankful for the moments that we did get to have as a community with this game. And despite where we've ended up now, and despite the fact that it has now officially been one whole last year since we got any kind of update to the game, I will forever be thankful for this game and what it's done and what it means. No matter what happens next, whether the update launches and flops, or it launches and saves the game completely, or maybe it just never launches whatsoever, I won't let anything take away the great memories I had with this game. And if it does continue to develop, then I'll be right here covering it too, guys. My love for the game means that I will not be able to tear myself away from it as updates do come out. But man, there is only so long you can wait, and a whole last year is starting to get a bit thin in the tooth, I must be honest. But now I want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What are the memories that you cherish about BattleBit? What got you hooked on the game originally? And what do you hope to see from the game's future in due time? Really keen to hear your thoughts down below, guys. And you know what? Let's try and keep things somewhat positive. We've been very negative about the game lately. Let's try and build up a little bit of a wall of positivity for the game here and see if that can incite the developers to get their act into gear and to get us an update as soon as bloody possible. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you made it this far in the video, well then, I really appreciate you listening in and listening to me yap for a little bit, and I look forward to yapping to you guys in the next video as well. A lot of content coming very soon, including some very different and very interesting videos as well. Can't wait to share them all with you. Talk soon, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.